The wind had all the answers, Selena thought, and reached for them. She pushed her cloak back over her shoulders so that the wind would wind its way around her, cold with winter coming, cold with ice and snow from its northern travels. She bared her heart to it, let herself go. Morgan watched, knowing what Selena was doing, taking a step back to give her space. The visions tumbled around Selena as though carried on a great storm, and she straightened her legs, her back battered by them. It was always like this, so many memories coming hard and fast, so it was an effort not to turn away, not to be overwhelmed. Her lips moved. "Wind of many journeys," she whispered. "Show me the memories that are mine." The coffin. Blackness, the feel of the satin cushion and silk rose petals. And beyond that? Selena shook her head, both reaching and letting flow. A child wailed, sobbed for her mother, and the mother cried out for the child, even from the grave. This was the one, Selena thought, the one that gave her no rest. She sensed movement, the child again, and a different scent on the wind, the hot, florid smell of summer and plants blooming that she did not know the names of. Wild plants with stalks of great sticky red, trees with tufts of spiky flowers, and the birds were iridescent as they fed on the flowers, sucking the nectar as a curl of white feather bobbed under their chins. But the child, hungry, the murmur of a voice trying to soothe. And then the child's dreaming mind turned its attention to Selena. She felt it, and there was curiosity, and then... Selena clapped her hands to her ears, staggering back a step to be caught by Morgan. The child had cried out, and her voice had been strong, even across oceans. "What is it?" Morgan asked, hands steadying Selena. "What did you see?" "Here," Selena croaked, and she shook her head, dropping her hands, straightening, taking a shaking breath. "This is to do with the dreams," Morgan said, and it wasn't a question. Selena nodded anyway. "Every night now, every night I wake up in another woman's coffin, and there is a child crying." Morgan glanced around, feeling the wind whoop and swoop up and down the cliff's edge. She didn't have a talent to see the secrets the wind collected on its travels, but she did not doubt Selena's. "What do we do about this?" Morgan asked. Selena looked at her with her gaze steadying. A slight smile curled at her lips. "We," she said, "we must do these things. I must go and find the child, and you must carry on here." Morgan's frown deepened the grey of her eyes. "Do you know where this child is, or why you must find her?" Selena laughed as she turned her steps away from the cliff's edge and back down the path towards Hawthorne House. She flung a glance back at Morgan. "I must find her because she and her mother call me to do so." She shook her head and drew the cloak's hood back over it so that the rain would not dampen her any more than it already had. Morgan stared after Selena for a moment, then hurried in her footsteps. "But where is she, this mystery child?" Selena slowed her steps and turned round to look at Morgan. "Across the ocean," she said. "The child is across the ocean, and I do not think it is this one either." Morgan's frown deepened. "I've not heard of this," she said. "Going helter-skelter across the globe on the hunt for a child. This is the way things are done?" "Why not?" Selena asked. "Our soul families incarnate in many places, and when one needs aid, should they not call their kin?"